Radio. Get built from the ground up.
Let's go!
This episode is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook, download in a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/ground up. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/ground up. Again, that's audibletrial.com/ground up for your free audiobook. And now back to our show.
Ground Up Radio. Get built from the ground up.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody's going to clean it up.
Yo, what's going on, internet? It's your boy Bobby Flawless, my man QueFourFive, Smear Campaign, Celebrity Underrated Collabo, the Convo Show, all in one. What's going on with y'all?
What's going on? Everybody listening on YouTube, everybody listening on Ground Up Radio, groundupradio.com, everybody that's listening on, you know what I'm saying, Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Castbox, Audio Boom, you know what I mean? We here. You know what I'm saying? We doubling up on y'all, so, you know what I mean? It's the Convo, you know what I'm saying? Collaboration between Smear Campaign Podcast and the Celebrity Underrated Podcast. You know what I mean? I am QueFourFive, man. You already know. You know what I mean? And my man Bobby Flawless. What's good, man?
What's going on, man? Special day today, man. You know, it's a sad day.
Man, sad
you know,
day.
also
Indeed,
need to be celebrated, though, you know, so.
Yeah, no doubt, man. You don't know, we're recording this on the death anniversary of Tupac Shakur. You know, passed away. 1996 was the year on this date, September, passed away from gunshot wounds that he suffered in a drive-by shooting that has been spoken on for years, has spawned many documentaries, biopics, books, and so much more in the aftermath of his passing. We just want to, you know, reflect and also just, you know, speak our piece, man. Man, Pop, you know. So when you say the name Tupac, it's just so much weight held in that word, and excuse me, not that word, but that name, and just so much legacy, iconic, part of not just the hip hop culture, but just you know, in history, period. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shoot, 25 years old. You know, on the day of his death. You know, there's so much to talk about. I mean, where do we start? I mean,
you know,
talk about
today. So he got shot on the 12th, but died on September 13th.
No. He passed on the 12th.
Oh, I know. You know, that theory, Friday the 13th or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. If we do I don't know. I think maybe in the year 1996 it might have been a Friday the 13th, but I don't think that was part of it. I think he was actually shot on like September 6th.
Right. Okay. Yeah. September 6th, but died 7 days later. Yeah, on Google right here it says the 13th he passed. So.
Is it the 13th?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, we a day early, man. Apologize, man. Don't y'all go in on me on the
We
comments,
on it, though.
man.
Yeah, date of death, September 13, 1999. And it was a Friday. I think it was a Friday the 13th. Explains all the conspiracy theories, 25, the 7-Day Theory, the Machiavelli, the Dawn album, which was a classic. The 7, they say he died at 4:03. Age 25, 2 plus 5, 7. Tupac's alive forever, man. You got people still saying they see him, man.
People that were close to him also mentioned that 7 was one of his favorite numbers, and which adds on to the theory of this being a plot for him to fake his death, which to this day people still speak on. You can probably YouTube several conspiracy theories. YouTube alleged conspirators who were part of his, supposedly part of his demise. And you just got so much, even here it is, 20 some odd years later. What is it? 22 years later. Mm-hmm. You have so much still, coming to light. Just not even just, not just surrounding his death, but still stuff coming out about, the first time he got shot out in Quad City Studios out in New York. You have people still speaking on that who, it's public record that Jimmy Hinchman, hopped out to arranging for his shooting to happen. Well, actually, somebody came forward admitting to be one of the shooters. And, almost said Gregory Isaac. That's not him. Gregory Isaac is a reggae icon. So, pardon me, I almost messed that up. But the brother that came forward and said that the individual that came. No, I'm talking about the New York shooting. No, his last name was Isaac. Hold on. I always got to do my Googles to make sure I'm correct. Let's see.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know either, man. It was another cat that got shot too in that.
It was his road manager. Yeah,
his road manager.
Yeah. Excuse me. The dude's name was Dexter Isaac, who said that Jimmy Hinchman gave him, offered some money and all the jewelry he could, he could take from the actual, shooting, and the idea was for him to take his jewelry, not as much as for him to be shot. You know what I mean? People that's not aware that if you look at the Tupac movie, that's the scene that Mano played the shooter, and shot Tupac because Tupac pulled the gun out. And,
a lot of mixed views on the movie. I thought the movie was great.
I have yet to see the movie in its full capacity. I have yet to see that, so I can't really comment on it. But I've just seen so many. I've seen a lot of. I've seen negative feedback. I've heard people say that the actual the USA movie, the series was better, which was done more from the police side, the police aspect as far as the investigation, which I've seen that, and I think that it was shot well. As far as the fact.
I mean, the police telling their side, it's just, I don't know, man. When they tell stuff to me, it's just like, I don't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, it just feels so much speculation and mystery. I mean, people that know, won't say, you know what I'm saying? And people who come forward. I've even seen that I think it was Haitian Jack that said that Keefy D copped out to that confession. You know, said that Greg Kading made the confession.
Right.
You know, I was just looking at you know, shout out to Gully TV. They have the you know, the documentary with Haitian Jack, and he spoke on, you know, a lot of stuff. But
he got the movie coming up with Benny Boom.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Benny Boom is gonna shoot that movie.
Yeah.
That's interesting because people was like really
shooting this movie.
Yeah. Now, you seen the Tupac biopic. So in that was there was a kid I seen snippets of it. So was the character Nigel supposed to be Haitian Jack?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I remember when Tupac did that interview, and I remember vividly. I remember that Vibe magazine interview he did with Kevin Powell. You know what I'm saying? The interview he did that caused a lot of controversy. You know, they did the interview, and then the next issue was everybody making a rebuttal. But I remember in the interview he had mentioned the name Nigel. Now I don't know if that's an actual person, or was it? That was, you know, he was saying that name, referencing the Haitian.
In that interview, you said in that interview he mentioned that name.
He mentioned the name Nigel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
now,
okay.
Yeah.
That was the character in the movie, which was Haitian Jack. And you know what's crazy though, man? Like, go ahead, bro.
No, that was played by my man from they used to play on that what was that show that was on TV, that comedy Scrubs. I can't think of my man's name, but he played that part.
Oh, okay.
I was I was kind of excited to see him, you know, working.
The original, the script, the real script, John Singleton had it, right?
Yeah.
And was Afeni Shakur part of that, or was she against that too? Because I know she was against
that. I'm not sure. That I'm not sure. I mean, I know that before her passing, rest in peace to her as well. I believe that they were in the workings, and I want to say that John Singleton shooting it because, you know, he actually knew Pop, and you know, he had worked with him, and I believe they had a falling out at some point.
Yeah. I don't know if it was over some of the scenes, some of the stuff he put in there, because I know Daz Dillinger has said John Singleton wanted a rape scene in there and all that, and all this.
He wanted a rape scene. Wanted you know, I heard some crazy stuff about Pop talking to a severed head or something like that. You know, you hear a lot of crazy stuff, man. But you know, on us on the outside looking in, it's never known. It's always the one side, the other side, and the truth. So, you know, I want to be careful when I speak on that, because, you know, we're making our commentary. But at the same time, I want to say if Finney was for John Singleton shooting it, but, you know, that was a big stink and a fallout behind that. It was a hold up.
I loaded up on my site, Celebrity on the Radio channel. Check it out. For all the fans out there. Afeni Shakur interview about Tupac. She said Tupac died broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. You know, like you say, he died broke when he was with Death Row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because
like her story is gonna be if she would have had that, put that story out, her side of the story, the things, I think that it would have been more. It would have been the truth of everything. We got a better, clear understanding of who Tupac was and her life. You know, so
because a lot of people, you know, I mean, you know, towards the end of his life, Pac and his mother had a swell relationship, you know, and it's a known fact that Pac took care of a lot of his family members. You know, you see footage of inside his home, you know, I believe it was on his birthday. He had a lot of his family members around, his mother, his aunt, you know, a lot of people around.
Yeah,
Gaddafi, that's his family.
I've seen that. I've seen that clip.
the Outlaws, EDI. EDI is, the mother of, I believe, one of, basically he's an uncle to one of Pac's, sister's kids, if I'm not mistaken. So they all really family like that. That's the tight knit, the Outlaws. There's close ties. Castro.
That's his cousin, I think, right?
No. I apologize. Napoleon. Who's goes by Musa now.
I think Castro was the cousin though.
And Castro is the one that they really don't hear. You don't really hear a lot from anymore.
Right.
When the Outlaws link, you usually see like.
Because I think he came in when Fatal left. For what I read, I think he came in when
Castro
Fatal
was there. I think Castro was there. Castro was there when around that same time. Not Napoleon, but Young Noble. Young Noble came.
Maybe Young Noble.
After Fatal Hussein. But the thing is, I believe Fatal Hussein brought Young Noble.
Yeah, he did. He brought him in there. Yeah.
But he had a fallout with Pac had a fallout with Fatal. Because
he crashed his brand new I forgot what kind of car it was.
Whip and had took like some jewelry or a watch or something like that. And let me say rest in peace, Fatal. You know what I'm saying? I don't
rest in peace, Fatal. You see what I'm saying, man? Like a lot of people that can really tell Pac's story is gone.
They're gone now. Like Big Frank, rest in peace, Big Frank Alexander. Rest in peace, Big Psych. You know what I'm saying?
Johnny J.
Michael Morris. You know what I'm saying?
Moore.
Who was there? Mike Moore, who was there the night that Pac got shot. And going back to that, I want to say this: the stories that you hear about, Reggie Wright, who was the head of the security,
he was
told everybody not to have that, not have their weapons on them, even though they were, licensed to carry and things of that nature. And somebody saying that when Pac got shot, something came across the radio saying, "Yeah, we got him."
Right.
Now, I had a conversation with somebody earlier, saying that they said they believe Suge had something to do with it, but I can't get past the way of thinking of why would you put yourself in the line of fire?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
There's so many theories, man. It just, Suge in jail now, man, and everything too, man. It's just so many theories. Some people say, he was in the car. Some people say, why they didn't have a bulletproof car? But somebody said they didn't have them out back then. They weren't out back then. I think they were, though.
I'm not sure. You really don't hear about the bulletproof cars coming around until like 50 blew up. You know what I'm saying? 50 and G Unit. That's who you really heard about having a bulletproof car. I'm pretty sure.
The president had a bulletproof car, didn't
he? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like political figures had it, and they had the money. I'm pretty sure they had more than enough money to purchase some of those. But but people also say, why, Pac was known for wearing a bulletproof vest, why he didn't have it on. But then
the FBI been trailing him the whole time. Where were he at when he got shot?
Exactly. That's the question. It's never really been addressed, and hip hop cops, they've been in place for years. This is mid-90s. That's during the heyday of the hip hop police, which I still believe still exists, but
the beef was so crazy. They had to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The East Coast and West Coast beef was crazy, bro.
It was real crazy. So, like, you got to think a lot of times, about setups and things of the nature. And people always say that Pac made himself an extreme target with the minute that he said that the next presidential election we will have a party. You understand me? And people always saying that, you know, his last name was Shakur, so he was born a target, you know.
Or he might have been marked from the beginning because of his family.
I mean, that's one thing too. Shakur's, but I mean, you know, if that be the case, then why are they not leaning on Mopreem? Mopreem is a Shakur as well. Mopreem, his brother, his stepbrother, who is
he ain't outspoken though.
Yeah, he you know, Mopreem is the son of Mutulu Shakur.
Right.
Prisoner.
Which he what for people that don't know, explain what Mutulu Shakur did.
Mutulu Shakur was part of the I don't want to say Black Panther, I want to say Black Liberation Army. Okay. He was he is known for being part of the team that broke Assata Shakur out of prison.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And also, he served time for a federal bank robbery. Or I believe it might have been a bank truck, but he served federal time for that. I believe a life sentence. You know, a lot of people that just surround Tupac and his family. Geronimo Pratt. Rest in peace, Geronimo Pratt. You know, people that you listen to Machiavelli the Don, people that Tupac shouted out at the end of White Man's World. You know what I'm saying? Just dedicated to my motherfucking OGs. You know, his name's Geronimo Pratt, Mutulu Shakur. He shouted out what is Monster Cody call himself now? Secular, not secular. But he shouted him out by the name he goes by now. But he ain't these people as his are my real OGs, right?
Right.
But all of those people named, I mean, you know, in particular Geronimo Pratt and Mutulu Shakur, those were political prisoners. Those were and still are political prisoners. You know, it's known that Monster Cody and Pac had a strong relationship because it's, you know, take conversations of them talking when he was locked up in New York. You know what I mean?
That's when he was talking about the A-team and stuff.
He was talking about. He was talking about all that, and you know, people going on record saying that, you know, Pac had his facts mixed up with all of that. Who was it? Brian Glaze Gibbs came out and said that Pac had his information mixed up. You know,
man, I don't think Pac know what's going on. Some people,
I mean,
he got shot. He was. I think Biggie said when he got shot, he was delusional. He don't know what he's talking about. Pac was like, yo, I'm the one I know what happened. I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because they said, you know, his people came and saw him and told him, hey, this is who shot you. You know, like Big Stretch. He said that
he was there.
They said, but he said he went to the prison and said, hey, this is the word that's coming back. People in the prison were saying, you know, Pac said people in the prison were saying, yeah, this was shot. You know, their homeboys thought them. You know, and
right.
But when you go, but here's the thing, okay? Pac was about 23 when he got shot the first time. 22, 23.
Yeah, but
he's still a young guy. People always act like Tupac was a full grown man when this happened, but he was about 23, 22.
Right.
And you know, the amount of stress that's mounting up on you. All the money that you're making from your music is going right back into your legal fees to keep going to court cases. You know, you going to do mixtape verses to have money, cash money in your pocket and stuff like that.
Right.
And you're facing these cases. You know, you're facing, you know, losing your freedom behind something that you ain't do. And then, you know, you got, you know, beef in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
And beef with the justice system because he shot two cops.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, the stress of just having so much on you in the public eye. And people can say what they want to, but when you put in that position, you don't know if you're going to stand tall or if you're going to fold, you know? And that man was up against a lot within the amount of time, how fast did that happen? You get shot, and the next day you got to go to court for your sentencing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you really don't have time to get your bearings. You getting your bearings while you're in prison, trying to put everything together. You're in prison, and the COs is in there fucking with you, and
right.
You know, you probably got pressure from, you know, inmates. You know, people fail to realize Pac went to Rikers Island prior to him being shipped to Elmira. You know, people know that Rikers Island, you know, has a reputation of being one of the craziest jails,
most violent
in the nation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most violent. So, you know, it's you know, it's no telling. It's no telling what could go down. You know, it's no telling what your mind, where your mind is at. Let me say.
Right, and like you said, you got cats in there threatening you and everything, and the only person to come to your side is Suge Knight, which comes with a price.
Yeah, you know, and people saying, you know, oh, Pac is just, you know, he didn't change, he went to death row, but I mean, at the same time, you know, yeah, but at the same time, you know, you going through all of this stuff, you got everything running through your mind. You got everything running through your mind. All of this going on, you know, when one person's coming to help you, everybody you thinking that will come and help you ain't coming to help you. People that you want to see will come see you ain't coming to see you. You know, it was people that, you know, a lot of people that Pac said did come see him, you know, like Jasmine Guy, MC Light, a lot of people, you know. But like
Biggie came, but they didn't let him in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people that try to come see him, or a lot of people that did see him. But like the people that he was thinking that would come and have his back behind it, you know, it was kind of like it was shunned to have his back during this time, because, you know, he's on time for a rape case, and he's you know, and he's got all these black eyes on him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's kind of like you know, when you faced with, you know, at certain times, you know what I'm saying, when you in your darkest times, you start seeing who your friends are. So, of course, here comes Suge, you know what I'm saying, who already shouted him out, you know, the notorious 1995 Source Awards came out, you know, he said what he said, but during the time he said what he said, we want to say shout out to Tupac, we ride with him, keep your head up. Right.
He also helped Pac during times of his trial, but he gave Pac for the Above the Rim soundtrack 250 for a song that he used.
He cut him the check. Well, no, they used it. So they used
oh, did they use it? Yeah.
Yeah, they used. I mean, he cut the music with them. He cut the song for you know, Pain. He had Pain and Pour Out Some Liquor, right? That was on Above the Rim soundtrack when it came out on the Death Row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I watched a couple of some other songs. So,
but I think maybe it might have been something that came out later. It might have been a song with him and Snoop. Cause,
maybe it was something for somebody else's song.
He did Lie So Hard on the nigga when you living like a G. The song him and Snoop got. They came out on Gang Related, actually.
Yeah, that's what happened. Came out on Gang Related. Yep. That one and
yeah. Which I mean, yeah, and you know, I look back and I think about I heard an interview with Natasha. What was her name? The chick that sang. Was it
Natasha Walker?
Yeah. I almost mixed it up because I almost mixed it up with Natasha Harless. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Natasha Harless was the little girl that Pac was shout out on songs. They got killed in the store. You know what I'm saying, over the bottle of juice. But Natasha Walker. She was saying in an interview with I think it was J Mix. Shout out to them. They got the They got the Tupac channel on
I listen to
YouTube.
it.
They have a lot of interviews too. I'm giving everybody their props. I ain't taking nobody's.
They got a lot of information from a lot of people that talk, man. It was a lot of people that talked on that channel.
A lot of people.
That was running.
But check me out though. In her interview, she said that Pac had scrapped the whole album because he had recorded it, and then afterwards, I guess he said that he was upset that Snoop and Dogg found him and came on and was all over the record saying like biatch and all this shit, right? And said Pac had scrapped it, which I believe a lot of those songs came out during that time because Pac had an album that he's gonna drop called Troublesome 21. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can fact check me. Go back. Pac was in.
He said, I know that might have been the same album he was talking about with he said we let Biggie hear it and Biggie bit the whole thing, so he had to scrap it.
Yeah, but Troublesome 21. I think a lot of those songs came out when they dropped Are You Still Down? I think because you can listen to some of those songs, and if you're a Tupac fan, you can kind of fit in what era it came from, like what vibe it was on. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was like Thug Life era, or whether it was Strictly for My Niggas era, or if it was Me Against the World. Like I think Hellraiser. I remember Hellraiser came out on Are You Still Down? But I remember that song being quoted in a Source magazine interview. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember some of the lyrics being quoted. And this is like 94, 93, 94 when that came out. And, you know what I'm saying? So when Me Against the World comes out, I'm like, where's this song Hellraiser at? And then you fast forward to like 97, and that's when Are You Still Down? And that's when Hellraiser, and which was one of the more prominent songs on that album. And you can listen to the production and how he's flowing. You can tell that's a Me Against the World era type of track. But what's crazy, speaking of that album, that was one of Pac's best albums that he was recording at during the time he was recording Above the Rim, he was filming Above the Rim, and he's facing all the rape cases and everything. So like you imagine a lot of stuff probably be rushed. It's a rumor that Tretch helped write some of that stuff. Songs like If I Die Tonight. The first, yeah. Well, I guess that's track two on Me Against the World. If I Die Tonight. If you listen to the flow, you know what I'm saying, and people love that song. I love that song. But you listen to the song and the lyrics and the way he's flowing, like the beginning of it. It sounds like a Tretch flow, like the way it opens up. The first and second verse. On the way they open up, it's like you know how Tretch, he had the fast flow, or he would, what did Pac say? Like, I'm gonna have to pull the lyrics up because I'm really, White Hennessy is a good thing. I'll just say that. But hold on, let me look. Let me look at the lyrics real quick because I don't want to be misquoted. I don't want to misquote Pac. I got too much love and respect. So let's see. How's it open up? They say pussy and paper and poetry, power and pistols. Plotting and murdering motherfuckers before they get you. Picturing pitiful punks. Niggas copping please. Puffing weed as I position myself to block G. That almost sounds like something that Tretch would say. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
sound like Pac though.
I got you, but listen, like flipping all those P words, pussy, power, poetry, power.
Yeah. Tretch.
Murdering motherfuckers before they get you. Picturing pitiful punk. Just think about how Tretch flow. Like think about all that 90 by nature stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because Tretch wrote a few lyrics. Don't forget he said I'm after Jermaine and ATL for that jump shit. You know, he's talking, saying that he wrote some shit for Crisscross, whatever, right? And then, of course, he helped the youngsters out. You know what I'm saying? Cruise Spot.
Yeah, that was my jump.
Remember
right
that?
There. That was my jump.
Yeah, shout out to the youngsters. Shout out to the youngsters. I was just listening to Mad Props the other day, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the youngsters. Shout out to Q Ball and all them. You know what I'm saying? Q Ball, Tyreek, Taj. You know what I'm saying? Word up, Philly. You know what I'm saying? Unsung Philly heroes, man. The Philly Funksters. Philly Funksters. Yes.
The whole Tupac thing, man. It's just a lot of facts, man, about his death, man. A lot of people know. I didn't even know Quincy Jones' daughter was in the car. But no, she was getting in the car.
It was.
She was with him that night. She was with him that night.
The Outlaws. She went to Vegas with him, but the Outlaws were in her car. The Outlaws and Frank were in her car. She didn't go. She didn't go to 662. She wasn't going. She stayed in the suite. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the movie, it showed when he came back after the fight.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'll be back." You know what I'm saying? And so where he kind of was thinking like, "Dang, should I stay?" You know what I mean? But yeah.
I think Frank Alexander said that. You know what I'm saying? It's just
yeah. But he even said that they weren't Cadato's car. You know, he said that they were in her car, and
she wasn't there. No, she wasn't there. She wasn't there. And the Outlaws, she was in another car. But Gaddafi did see the car. He saw the car. He said he saw her face and he saw everything. He tried to talk to the cop.
Yeah.
And
rest in peace, Gaddafi.
Talk to him. Rest in peace, Gaddafi. Yaki Gaddafi, boy.
He's another one.
Yeah.
That, we talk about those people close to him that passed away. You know what I mean? And he was gonna identify. You know, he's gonna identify who did it. You know, and it was just coincidental that even though they say that his killing was related to something else, but it's just coincidental that days before he's supposed to make a statement,
Napoleon's cousin
got it. Napoleon's
cousin popped him in the head, bro.
Yeah, behind a misunderstanding. It's just really crazy how all of this reads. This.
It's just the people that really knew Pac, man, are really gone. You know what I'm saying? They really can give you. Jada Pinkett knew him since the young days.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as everybody, and the whole thing too, man, after the Mike Tyson fight, man, like what made Pac go swing on Orlando Anderson instead of homeboy that got robbed for the chain?
Right, exactly.
Pac too big, powerful. Pac was not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. I don't know.
And then it goes to people blaming it on the gang theory, saying that Pac wanted to prove his loyalty or whatever. And then it's people that's trying to say, it's still going rumor, was Pac a blood? Was he part of that that mob thing? You always hear him saying it on records.
He couldn't be. People that came out because he was. I mean, he was trying to unite Bloods and Crips, though. So he just couldn't be one.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It was it's people that came out and said, named him. It's somebody that came out and named him as a shot caller.
Oh yeah,
he was.
Oh yeah.
No, when you now listen to what I'm saying. When you say shot caller, when you link that to gangs and whatnot, that means somebody that does exactly that. They call the shots. They are in a position of power to say, hey, this needs to happen, make it happen, and the little homie's going to make it happen. But they was stating in that fact. Now then you have people like say Mob James that stated he kind of didn't agree with Pac being part of that because he felt that he didn't come in the way everybody else came in. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't get jumped in, or he didn't put in work, whatever, the stuff that people that are in their life respect, and will connect you to being part of the set. You understand what I'm saying? So, that goes on record too. But I'm not here to say whether he was or not. I'm just going off of what's been said by people who were there. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm just looking at it as common sense or logic. I don't know logic, but it's like, yo, because he helped a lot of rappers get their chains back when he was rolling with Crips. He saved RZA. He saved a shot call on that too. Like One Nation.
That RZA thing came off the strength of him being with Suge and them too, though. You know what I'm saying? But he said, he was with Suge and them, so that wasn't a Crip thing then.
When that happened. That was when that happened.
It happened at 662. It happened in Vegas. So
okay.
It happened at 662. But I mean, as far as like Pac rolling with Crips, I mean, yeah, that's been documented too. Back in the Thug Life days, I mean, hell, it was saying that the day he whooped on the Hughes brother, he was with some Crips. He was like, Spice was there, but he was with some Crips too. Supposedly they said it's
some rolling
after the month to do it.
Yeah.
The rolling 60s, I believe. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, pardon me. Don't go hard on me. It's flawless, but we just
that's on the internet. Tyron Turner, who played Kane, said it or something like that.
Yeah. So that's that part of it. But yeah, I mean, it's interviews with Pac saying, I've been out in LA, like, as far as the colors, they used to be scared, but as far as LA, I mean, I've been here so long, they exposed me.
Yeah, but it's in the essays, everybody, he's cool with all of them, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, he was plugged in. I mean, like, and there's people that always said that, Pac, being with Suge and them and being with them Bloods, it's kind of crazy because, he used to be around Crips and everything, but I'm not trying to solidify Pac as a gangbang. Big. Don't get it confused.
He's a leader. He's a leader, man. He was trying to unite one nation.
All we're doing is speaking on what's been put out there and discussing that.
I just think it was all part of it's all part of his plan. He had to go through that to get to what he was trying to do, that one nation. You know what I'm saying? To unite everybody.
Exactly. And before he passed away, I mean, him passing things up with Nas, him wanting to, come out and unite East Coast and West Coast and do the One Nation thing. I think he's seen the fault in what had happened, with him and Big. And I mean, it's even, he did the Anthony Martinez interview and he said, you know what? He said, saying basically just watch the beef. He said, if y'all put money into me and Big going to perform in every rec center, in every major city, in every hood, he said, I will come out. Biggie can perform, I'll perform. I'll come out, I'll hug Biggie, I'll kiss him on the cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to put that behind him and move forward. Because, honestly, he was moving past the rap game. There was so much more he had in store. And getting off death row was one. One thing he wanted to do, and he wanted the Outlaws to be under his imprint, or even being an imprint on death row. I'm not sure how it worked, but again, we spoke with, we spoke with Wendy Day when we had the interview with her, and she gave insight on, what her talks with Tupac were about, because he was talking to her about, trying to move on and do his thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he found out that he still owed some more stuff on his contract before he could get past. He had a three album deal, and they were counting All Eyes on Me as one album,
right?
Even though it was a double album. So they were saying he still owed the album to Death Row. But even the people that were around him, his publicists and all these people, all the unspoken things that never really hit the light, because it shows that this guy was a genuine guy, wanted to do good things and not wanted to go public. You know what I'm saying? Like the charities, how when he was somewhere, there was a little girl that got mauled by a dog. And Pac heard about it on the radio, and he made them turn. He was on his way to the airport, and they made him turn the car around, and he went to go see about this little girl in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell stories about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That stuff didn't make the news then, because they just painted this bad boy image of this guy, but he really had good intentions. So, just in the light of, in his passing, man, we're not here slandering his name. We're speaking on stuff that's been said.
That's Tupac, man.
We speaking on stuff that's been said, and just, we just, honoring his memory. You know what I'm saying? And just, here it is, almost 25 years later, man. It's just how much effect and how much, how much influence that he has on the culture, on young people, older people, and this man was only 25 years old when he passed, man. Just imagine if Pac was still alive and he was 47 years old, almost 50 years old. What would Pac be doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Would he have moved on to the political things? Would he still be acting? You know what I mean? Would he still be doing music? It's a lot of what ifs I think about him.
It's just you put them in the categories of the Martins and the Malcolm X's, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like they was going, he's so powerful, man. He had the youth. That's the scary thing to the government. You know what I'm saying? He had them.
Yeah.
He had the youth.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't care about the East Coast, West Coast. Yeah, y'all go ahead, keep that. And he said it. Yo, you got cable networks and y'all broadcasting it to 60 million homes. Y'all the ones starting this East and West Coast speak. You know what I'm saying? I just got a problem with Big. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. And he said, y'all making a problem. It was never was a problem. I just feel that, and a lot of that, the sad thing is, man, I really feel, it's people that say that too, that if him and Big would have had a chance to talk, it could have been squashed, I want to think that's true. True. I just feel that it might have been too many batteries, too many backs,
Yeah, that right there, he was definitely, they was friends, man. They was friends.
Yeah.
Pac looked out for him.
He did.
Biggie warned him, and they looked out for each other. But you hear other people tell the stories like Sean Penn. He's rolling with Pac like roll with gangsters. He with the gangsters. Pac just felt like he can go with anybody though. Pac was like he just never felt that he'll never get killed or hurt by a black person. That's what he said in one interview.
Yeah.
He never thought a black person would hit him.
On record saying that. He's on record saying that. Like, he's like, even when he got shot, he said that, it's surprising that when he saw them guys in the camouflage just sitting there and they didn't have no real reaction to him. He's like, I was surprised that nowhere I go, somebody that's black, young black, I don't get some kind of reaction. So, it kind of shocked me, and he figured that, these guys were big, and then because, they had the camouflage on, that's Brooklyn. But, obviously it was Brooklyn,
I mean, at the end of the day, you got all the celebrities in the studio, and how these stick-up kids get in here?
You put that your security down there. What? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
Pac ain't crazy, man. Like I'm supposed to come to a safe environment, man.
Yeah. So like even in the letter that he wrote to, I believe it was in Monster Cody, where he had all the names crossed out. You know, he really named mostly the people that were there in the studio that day, like Little Sean. He had Haitian Jack name on it. He had that extra crossed out. Jimmy Hitchman, Puffy, Biggie. I believe Andre Harrell name was on there. You know, he had
Jimmy Mafia was there. They was there.
Yeah, so that's you could see in that letter. I mean, like being locked up, then like, and that's another thing, being locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like you have time to think, but then you still, you're still in a state like, I ain't never did no prison time. Thank you, Lord. And I pray that I never have to. But I can only imagine just from hearing, other people's accounts and, the type of mind frame and the type of situations you have to deal with and where your mind can go while you locked up. And then you hearing a 8 million story, you trying to figure out what makes sense. And then you may have somebody, saying, don't trust this one, don't trust that one. You know what I mean? So, your mind is going to be, spinning. The first thing you do, you come out. First thing you want to do, you want to hit the studio. You got all this been up, all this negative energy. And first thing you want to do is you want to get that off. I mean, like, Pac is an artist, so he spit from his heart, whatever was on his mind, you let it go. So, like, there you go, But,
yeah, man, that's, we celebrate, man. That's the
yeah, we celebrate, I'm saying? I'm celebrating the life of Tupac Shakur,
this day, man, great, legendary status. Hey, everybody check out his iTunes. All like you said, he got the youth. He still got the youth. They still want to know who Tupac is. We got kids, our sons and daughters.
Yeah.
They heard of Tupac. Dear Mama still play every time.
Dear Mama,
Mother's Day.
I mean, Dear Mama, it's true. They play on a regular day, on a Monday. Mid-afternoon, on an adult contemporary station. That song's gonna play. Not necessarily just on the hip hop stations. This man's music, his words, and his life that'll be spoken on for years. He's a legend. He's a legend icon.
He's like what Elvis is to them. Man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We still think he's alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is whether
won't let him die, man.
Whether Pac is chilling in Cuba, whether Pac is chilling in Africa, in Mexico, all these places people said they claim they have seen him. Whether he's chilling or whether he's, went back to the essence, man, Pac is still alive. Just through his works and, his words, it's just important that people take note of that, man. Like, your music, your words, your works, they gonna live on after you leave this physical life, man. And it's truly an example of that. It's truly an example of that, I just want to salute. I want to salute Pac, man. You know something? I want to say this too. I want to go on record saying this, man. When Pac went to prison, right? I had to be about 18, 17, 18 years old. And Pac had I was a Tupac fan. I bought Tupac's first, tape, because he was a member of Digital Underground. I was a Digital Underground fan.
Yeah, I was
not because I bought it. I bought it before Juice came out.
When I heard that on the radio, his verse was crazy.
Right. But here's my thing. Here's my thing, man. I was compelled. I remember they put Tupac's address in jail in the Vibe. I believe it was in the Vibe magazine. And I was compelled to write a letter, but I never did. I wanted to, because I wanted to tell him. I wanted to tell him, like, I want to say, Pac, I had a dream about you, that you were in court and they sentenced you to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had some words to tell Pac, and I just, I rewound back, and I just wish I would have wrote the letter. I'm not saying that my letter would have changed Pac's mind or whatever, but I wish I would have. Because when I heard about him reading on them letters, I'm like, dang, I should have wrote that. You know what I mean? But real talk, I had a dream, man. I'm sitting in court, man, and the judge said, we sentenced you to death. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it was crazy. It was crazy. You know what I mean? So, but I just wanted to get it off. You know what I'm saying? Something I never really shared, but I want to share it. You know, speaking about him on his death anniversary, which is tomorrow actually, but this will be out by that time. I just wanted to share that with the world. Anybody care to listen? And if you don't care about it, then cool. You ain't got to. But I'm showing my respect. He is a legend. Rest in peace. You know what I mean?
Tupac Shakur, I mean, countless hits, man. Countless. The biggest hit, but the biggest acts during that time, Jodeci, Snoop Dogg. You know, you had to be there with me, man. You had to be there, man. Just to, us being young when that was popping. It's hard to explain to the youth that don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's
the Death Row Bad Boy era, in its heyday. You had Outkast on the come up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Outkast.
So Wu was doing it real big back then.
Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep was hard. It was hard body out there. And just just a lot of solidified. Legendary.
A lot of West Coast cats was doing their thing. Razzcast. It was Razzcast. We was out there doing this thing during that time.
Razzcast. Exhibit had just came out.
Alcoholics.
DJ Quick.
Rest in peace, MC Breed.
MC Breed. Pac and Breed. That's a classic. I gotta get mine. Rest in peace, Breed. And just a lot of people out there that had love for him, man. Got to shout out E40 too. E40, this is one of Pac's closest homeboys.
Yeah, they did something.
Collabed a lot
together. Yeah,
they did a lot. They did a lot together, man. I was just listening to Dustin and Disgusted the other day. Dustin and Disgusted. We ain't hard to find. Richie Rich. One of Richie Rich, one of Pac's closest homeboys. Spice One. Spice One and Pac did some work together.
Yeah, Spice One. Yeah, that was.
Spice One still a big advocate for Tupac.
Naughty by Nature, back on the East Coast. Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature.
Doing their thing,
yeah. Naughty by Nature. I mean, Tretch and Pac lived together. They went to the Juice audition together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course, man, this underground shot.
Both of them was just nobody when they started.
Yeah, Stretch, Live Squad. Shout out to Majesty. You know what I'm saying? Still holding Pac up in a high regard.
Shout out to the Live Squad.
Shout out Live Squad. Rest in peace, Big Stretch. Rest in peace, Big Stretch. You know what I mean? They was doing some of his earliest beats, man.
And the cats he really messed with, what a lot of people don't know, is Boot Camp.
Boot Camp Flick. Yep.
Buckshot is man. BDI.
Shout out to Buckshot, Tech and Steel. You know what I'm saying? Smith and Wesson. Some real brothers, man. I met them brothers in real life, man. Some solid brothers, man. But yeah, it was and off the strength, it was because Tech had shouted Pac out on their first album. He shouted them out in the liner notes saying, keep your head up. Keep your head up. And Pac was like, I'm reaching out to them. You know what I'm saying? It was some of the only cats on the East Coast that was showing them love at this time. So that
nigga Pac was a beast, man. That keep your head up was crazy. Yeah. They still playing that.
Oh yeah. One of the only artists. I always say Pac is one of the only artists that has touched like every emotion of the human psyche. You know,
he the best. At the end of the day, we love Nas, Biggie, Jay, but Pac was the best, man.
You can go through Pac's catalog and find a song to fit how you're feeling that day. You know what I'm saying? If you're a grown man that's living in a happy home with your spouse, you know what I'm saying, with your girl, with your significant other, it's a song for that happy home. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite Tupac songs. You know what I mean? I'll never call you bitch again. You know what I'm saying? And people used to say he had misogynistic lyrics. He was calling women bitches and everything, but probably just as much as he had songs calling, you know, why they call you bitch and all this stuff. He had songs showing love to real women, you know, and just,
Pac was in the streets. That's what he was dealing with nice women, dealing with bad women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He wrote from his heart. He wrote from his experience. He's dealing with people.
Exactly.
He's dealing with people in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's wild. So he was
really
out there, man.
One of the most relatable artists ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he got a full catalog, hundreds of songs. You're gonna find something that you connect to. If you only listen to Dear Mama and you don't feel some kind of way, everybody got a mama, dog. You know what I mean? Everybody got a mama. You don't feel some kind of way, you don't want to pick up the phone and say, I love you, mama. After hearing that song, use a cold song, man. That's all I can say. For real.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. We want to say rest in peace to Pac, man. Legend, man. The best.
Rest in peace, Pac.
Best to ever do it, man. The best to ever do it.
The best, the GOAT in my book. Word up.
Yeah, man. But that's what it is, man.
Yeah. Word, that's what it is, and we're gonna wrap this up, man. You know what I'm saying? You tuned into the Convo, which is a combination between Celebrity Underrated Podcast, Smear Campaign Podcast. I'm QueFourFive. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, Bobby Flawless.
I'll be flawless. You know, we'll keep hitting y'all with more. You know what I'm saying? This is the Tupac Death Anniversary edition, but we got more in store.
We got a lot more Tupac stories we gotta get into, man.
Already, man. You know what I mean? Hit the subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Please hit that like. Drop your comments. You know, this is gonna be on to YouTube, all the avenues that we got. You know what I mean? Share this. Share it. Please. RoundUpRadio.com, the foundation. You know, we there. We here, there as well. Be looking out for it. If you here, you the founder.
Yes, sir.
Celebrity Underrated, man.
Celebrity Underrated. Check me out, Bobby Flawless. Come check out a lot of the scandals and mysteries and scandals of some of your favorite celebrities' deaths. I put it out there. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I let y'all speculate. Say, you know what? They ain't die like that. Somebody killed them. Hey, I just put it out there. The information that's out. And, you know, you dying for music, some of your favorite artists. You know, I got the Biggie and Tupac one on there. On the channel. You want to check that out. But I got the top 10 people who used to be around Pac that are now dead, who we was talking about a little bit earlier. It's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that was around them. But, you know, check Celebrity Underrated out, you know. Hit me, celebrityunderrated@gmail.com if you got some suggestions and comments, too. You know what I'm saying? So I love all the fans, 25,000 on there. Hit the plateau. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
You know, shout outs to all the fans that show love. You know, the merch is on there. I got more merch coming. We got ground up lifestyle coming, ground up TV. Oh man, it's just so much. We're putting it all together right now. The radio show still doing good, you know. So, you know.
Yes, sir. Ground up radio, we're still going hard for hip hop R&B, man. You know what I'm saying? We just keeping it solidified, man. You know what I'm saying? Being true to the culture. You know what I mean? All my artists, man. Still taking submissions. go over to droptrack.com, Ground Up Radio, or just matter of fact, I'll make it simple. Go to groundupradio.com, hit the submissions link, go through the drop track, and send your music submission. Please, please, please. Don't just send the music, man. Let me know who you are, what you do. Send me some links, bio. We want to know who you are, because you never know. If you jamming like that, we might want to reach out to do an interview with you, man. Get you on Smear Campaign podcast, man, and blast you off to the world. So be on your A game, and send over some dope music, man. Let's work.
Real talk. That's what it is, man. Ground Up TV, Ground Up Radio. Smear Campaign, Bobby Flawless, Celebrity Underrated, the Convo. We're gonna holler back at y'all.
All right. We'll see y'all next week, man.
This is a Ground Up Radio exclusive.
View, like, and share. Subscribe here to Ground Up TV. Check out groundupradio.com for everything Ground Up.